All right, hello, wine drinking people. Today is Friday, Good Friday, 22nd of April, and we're going to be celebrating tonight. We got a little Brunello tasting going on here, and I don't think we're having fish though. But anyways, we're going to have a good holiday weekend. Anyways, happy Passover to all of you that celebrate that holiday. And we have got a health tip of the day for you today. That's right, folks. The Surgeon General is now recommending that you have 3 to 5 glasses of wine per day. That's right, folks, every day. But hey, I sell wine for a living. But hey, if you had 1 to 2 glasses for lunch and 2 to 3 glasses for dinner, and hey, you weighed about 200 pounds like I do, I don't think anyone would call you an alcoholic. As a matter of fact, when the Germans occupied France during World War II, the French people out working in the field requested 2 liters of wine per day. That's like 3 bottles a person. All right, well, the alcohol is a little lower in most French wines, around 12%, but still, that's quite a bit of wine. All right, well, what have I got to sell you today? We've got one of the best values in the store, one of my favorite wines for under $15, Cotes du Rhone. That's right, folks, and not just any Cotes du Rhone, because not all Cotes du Rhone is created equal. And you look at Cotes du Rhone, it's one of the vastest areas of any for kind of a generic wine available in France. You have, basically this area, the appellation represents wines produced in the Rhone Valley between the towns of Vienna, south of Lyon, and Avignon. So it's a distance of about 120 miles. So the finest of these are sold under more specific names like Chateau Redortier, Chateau de Pape, Condrieu, Hermitage, Gigondas, like one of the wines we have here today from our producer Chateau Redortier. But hey, the wine that we have that I think is one of the best values we've had in the store ever in this Southern Rhone category is the Cotes du Rhone Baume de Venise. There's 16 villages. The Baume de Venise is the most southern of these 16 villages that you can produce with the Cotes du Rhone appellation, so a little bit more specific than the more general, just Cotes du Rhone, AC. But the Baume de Venise is named after the town, and it owes its name to the numerous caves or bombs in the hillside. It's really cool when you drive through there. It looks like these little condos built right into the hillside there, but really neat. And, this is kind of considered the dark horse of all of these Cotes du Rhone appellations, kind of overlooked because its more famous white wine, Muscat Baume de Venise, is the thing that most people are looking for from this area. But the Cotes du Rhone from Redortier, mostly Syrah, with a little, about 60-40 Syrah Grenache, kind of the opposite blend to their Gigondas here, which is also from the 04 vintage, not quite as highly regarded as 2005. 2005 thought by some critics to be maybe a little bit tannic. Didn't know if these wines were going to overcome their tannins, but still, this wine has held back several years. This is the current release, the 2005 vintage, folks. Most people are into 2009 in the Cotes du Rhone world, but this wine's held back by its importer. Well, it's also a late release, but Chatterton never released this wine 5 years, at least 5 years after the vintage. So 2005, very rare to have a Cotes du Rhone still available from this vintage. Well, this is not just a Cotes du Rhone, as I mentioned before. It's a Baume de Venise, and it's from one of the greatest producers in Gigondas, Redortier. So you have a wonderful wine here with a beautiful amount of color to it, and that's due to the Syrah varietal in there. Fresh berry pie-like aromas, black raspberry, black cherry, leading the charge here with highlights of fresh-picked flowers and herbs. This is a nuance that the French call garrigue, which you find in a lot of the wines in the Southern Rhone. Some smoked meats, a really lovely amount of complexity for a Baume de Venise, Cotes du Rhone even, and really lovely acidity. This wine still has some tannin on the palate too. This wine will last another 5 years easily in your cellar. One of the best Cotes du Rhones we've ever had in the store from a great vintage. And under $15 a bottle this year. That's right, folks. Hey, there's a Gigondas on this offer. Check it out, the 2 wines from the Redortier Winery. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.